Ruth fought for women's rights her entire life, and her loss was too hitting because she was a liberal voice on the Supreme Court. And her absence is missed, and we waited too long to replace her. The GOP is responsible for every horrible law that has to do with women's bodily functions. And Donald Trump and Kari Lake and anyone else who tells you that they think that the laws have gone too far, they are the instruments of how the laws got there. Donald Trump put 3 Supreme Court justices on the Supreme Court that all lied and said they wouldn't touch abortion, and all did. And the only way we can hold these people into account is to have a trial in the Congress. So they'd have to be just like what happened with the impeachment of Mayorkas, except for real. They'd have a hearing in the Congress, they then move it to the Senate, and then they have a hearing in the Senate. And then they can remove change things. But that's the only way we can fix what's going on. We need to get an overwhelming blue wave for Joe Biden so that we can fix this issue. Now, the nice part is that Alito, Roberts, and Thomas are all over 70. So there's a distinct possibility in the next couple of years they can retire. I would like to have them removed. Or do what FDR tried to do, which is increase the size of the bench so there's one Supreme Court justice for every federal district we have. There's 14 federal districts. So like when we hear about, in Texas, the Fifth Circuit Court was the one that blocked the methylprestone that had to go to the Supreme Court. There should be a Supreme Court justice in charge of that. And there are 14, so let's do 14 Supreme Court justices. That would allow the Democrats to add 6 liberal voices, counteracting the 6 conservative voices, and then we'd have 3 more people. So we'd have a very nice 9-6 liberal to conservative majority, and the conservatives will take up their crap and go home, and we can get a nice liberal Supreme Court. The Supreme Court needs to get rid of corporations are people. The Supreme Court needs to get rid of money equals speech. The Supreme Court needs to get rid of the reason why Fox can tell lies and make profits. Those things need to go. Roe needs to be reestablished. We need to get money out of politics. We need a reinforcement on the First Amendment because the Christian right is fucking retarded religion. We need another amendment for that. We need the 28th Amendment to get rid of guns. I'm all for what they did in Australia after the mass shooting, walking around and taking everyone's guns. I don't care anymore. I'll hand you my guns. I don't want them. The GOP is responsible for the problems that is going on right now. The Heritage Foundation has been working in concert with the GOP going back to Ronald Reagan to oppress you and remove your rights. This has been a 40-year plan, and they've finally gotten to it. Well, it's game time, boys and girls. For those of you who have not been paying attention, for those of you who have not been fighting for women's rights this entire time, it is time to step up to the plate. And men, I mean you. Because if you don't take care of this problem, your side woman is going to be carrying her pregnancy too. It's the only way I can put it for other for men to understand. You get rid of birth control, you get rid of contraception, you get rid of abortion, and your girlfriends, not your wife, your girlfriends are going to be packing a child. Explain that to your wife. Women, I'm really sorry. I don't know how to convince men any other way. Please remember to vote true and vote blue. My daughter is fucking depending on you.